Hello. So Sharon, are you now a master of changing your backgrounds?
I am the master at it now, but I figured out how to take them off, so I'm not playing around anymore.
Okay, because I was going to say if you wanted to put a sunset, if you had a photograph of a sunset, I
Ah,
encouraged you to put it in the background.
yes, I also know how to go on like my pictures and put whatever I want on there. So, yes, I'm getting very good at it.
Look at you. Nicely
Yeah.
done.
So, everything is so nice this year. I mean, considering that we can't go to temple, can't have services there. I mean, the bag that you delivered to everybody is absolutely wonderful. It really
Um,
is.
I am thrilled to hear that.
So well thought out and so kind and spiritual and you know what? So upbeat. I really
Well,
enjoy it.
I need a little kick in the pants to be upbeat.
Yeah, I know. Don't we all?
Linda, was that a laugh of agreement?
Yes, it is a laugh.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
laughed with us?
That's Linda White.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. It's important to remember that there's still fun in the world and there's
Yes,
still laughter. It requires
absolutely.
a little bit more effort.
Yes. And also how to use Zoom. That's important too this year.
Indeed. Yes. What
Uh,
was it before there were boomers? Now we need, I guess, what generation is going to be our zoomers now? It's everyone. Everyone's
Probably.
a zoomer.
Yeah. You know, I wanted to ask you something. Originally, it said on one of the papers that came in the bag that every Tuesday night, I think will be with you. And it sounded like Thursday nights will be with Rabbi, but I don't see anything this week on Thursday night.
I'm not sure where you got that from. Every Tuesday night there is an educational offering.
Okay.
Um, there's not anything planned for Thursdays,
Okay.
and
I
it's
must
not
have.
always with me.
Oh, I just interpreted it that way because I wanted to always be with you.
That's very sweet.
Not that I
Oh,
don't want to be with Rabbi.
tonight
Okay, I got it now.
and other people.
Okay, good, good.
Yeah.
So how are you enjoying your first Rosh Hashanah on Zoom in a new temple? It's kind of weird, huh?
Well, we're not there yet, though.
Yeah.
Thursday will kind of be my Rosh Hashanah because I'll be doing a lot of recording on Thursday. So
Oh,
we'll be
wow.
kind of pre pre New Yearing, if you will.
Yeah.
I'll let you know how the new year is going to be.
Okay. Different for sure.
Yeah, well, but so
She wants to go and
um
I want
okay, never mind.
or maybe she wants to come.
There are
Wanna come
quite a few of us on.
Lily?
Remute.
Good girl.
So let's see who is here. Who else is on as TBI?
That's Danny.
Danny, would you mind welcoming people in?
Already on it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay, great. Danny's on that. So I was saying to Sharon, if you are if you are Zoom able and willing, feel free to change your backdrop to an image of a sunset. We will be doing a lot of things that happen in evening time, and one of the things that have truly impressed me in this first few months here are the amazing sunsets that happen just outside my window. And someone said to me today, "Oh, just wait, they're even better in fall." So I can't even believe that something like that could get better because last night, the night before, I felt like I was looking at a tie-dyed sky. Like it was just incredible. So I have lots of feelings about sunset, and you'll be seeing a lot of them this evening.
Renee, we missed you for the rest of Hebrew boot camp.
I'm sorry. I got on too early. That's what happened.
That's okay. We were happy to have you.
I'll come back one time.
Renee,
And
you can
visit.
always up your game on Hebrew.
I know,
You're also
absolutely.
welcome to come teach anytime you want.
Never mind. It's been too many years. Thank you.
Oh, I love this. Nina, is that one of your photographs?
Oh,
Okay.
so how do you change it?
Well, that's a lesson for another day. For those that know how, feel free. For those that don't, it's okay because you can see other people's pretty sunset backgrounds. Happy to talk you through that on another occasion, Renee. So, Danny, I forget, what was your somewhere between Jewish Standard Time and Elf time? What time should I be starting?
I'd give it another minute and then I would jump in.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
You know, maybe a reminder is good too for this one because a lot of people forget. Just saying.
Well, it is being recorded and people are free to watch it whenever they so choose. Oh, Susan, I like that one. It's what happens after the sun is gone.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, for like 15 years, I downloaded all the NASA picture of the day.
Oh, wow.
I have a lot to choose from.
Yeah, you would have a lot to choose from. That's interesting. I didn't know that that was a thing.
Yeah. I'll send you the link.
Cool. All right, Danny. Is this the official elf time? Official elf time. All right. As promised.
Ah.
All right. So this evening, Hashkiveinu, a musical reflection before bed. I don't know about you, but something about music, about prayer, and about sunsets for me really lights the fuse of holiness. So that's going to be what we are playing with tonight. Hashkiveinu, Adonai Eloheinu, Shalom, V'hamidenu Malkeinu L'chaim, Ufros Aleinu Sukkot Shalomecha, V'taknenu Be'etza Tova Milfanecha, V'hoshienu, V'hoshienu, Leman Shemecha, V'hagen Ba'deinu, V'haser me'aleinu, Oyev dever v'cherev, v'ra'av v'yagon, v'haser satan milfaneinu, u'me'acharenu ופצל כנפיך תסתירנו, כי אל שומרנו ומצילנו אתה, כי מחנון ורחום אתה, ושמור צאתנו, צאתנו בואנו לחיים ולשלום, מעתה ועד עולם, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים. These words of Hashkiveinu. I'm sending you a poll, and I'm keen to see what your responses are. So on this poll, you can answer as many opportunities as you like. Danny, have you used polls before? Will it show when people have answered, or do I just trust that people have? I will take 20 more seconds. Give a thumbs up if you've clicked on a couple. That'll give me a better idea. Ah, fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to end the poll and let's see what our results are. No results. Great. Awesome Zoom technology.
I see the results here.
Oh, you do? Will you
Yeah.
read them out loud? Because I don't have them.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening there, but this is host is sharing poll results, so I don't know if anyone else has them. Okay.
I can
so
see the poll
anyway.
results.
Great. Nina, can you share the poll? Wait, can everyone see the poll results but me? Fantastic.
Yes, I can see them.
Fantastic. So Sharon,
Yes.
what were the highest of clicks?
Highest of clicks, there's a tie between everything that happened today and everything I forgot to do.
And loved ones on the
Loved
bottom.
ones made the top 3.
Yeah, there are 63% ones, and that is
Oh, I don't have 3.
yeah, all the way on the bottom.
Oh, thank you.
So top 3 were everything I forgot to do today, everything that happened today, and loved ones. So that's excellent because it really shows this tug between worrying about stuff and loving people. And that's really Jewish, right? We are excellent worriers and we are excellent at loving each other to death. So it really shows itself when we now go back to, so I'm going to stop sharing this thing that I had no access to. And I am going to go back to our text because I want you to see this struggle even within the words of Hashkiveinu between this notion of worry and love. Lie us down to peace, Adonai our God, and raise us to life. You are our protector. Spread over us the shelter of your peace and direct us with good advice. Save us for the sake of your name and look out for us. Keep enemies, plagues, swords, famine, and troubles from our midst. There's the worry. Remove obstacles from in front of us and behind us. Worry. Cradle us in the shadow of your wings. For you are God who guards us and saves us. Guard our departure and our arrival and to peace from now and evermore. Blessed are you, Baruch Atah Adonai, who spreads a shelter of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem. So, how well do you think the text of Hashkiveinu represented this tug that we have between worrying about everything that happened today? Now, interestingly, it might not have been on the list, Hashkiveinu is almost a little bit more like, don't let this happen, don't let this happen, don't let this happen. Unfortunately, we're in a time where it's like, stop making this happen, stop making this happen, stop making this happen. But let's be honest, throughout history, that's a reality of how we go through life, right? It's not like one thing completely stops and another thing starts. These world disasters, plagues, pestilence, swords, famine, these are real. And the list that is created here is not new. The text of Hashkiveinu comes to us from the times of our rabbis, from the times when the words of prayer are being put together. So it's nothing new that we should be wrestling at this moment of sleep with the stuff that we forgot to do, oy vey, with the stuff that we didn't do, what's going to happen, and at the same time, with this love and this sense of care and protection that we so deeply desire. So, what do you do with a text that has both of these things? Obviously, you sing them. Because even when there are a laundry list of junky stuff going on, if you sing it pretty, it feels better, right? I mean, take Kol Nidre as the perfect example of a text that is so dry. For those of you in WTBI, we talked about it last week. It's essentially like reading a legal document every year. The meaning behind it is very legalistic language, but we sing it to a tune that we love, so it becomes the center point of our high holiday experience. That music really takes something that can be scary, that can be honest and lay out challenges and help us find beauty in them and maybe consolation from the scariness of them. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkiveinu Adonai hatred, sorrow and pain. Hashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. So I think we're a small enough group. Go ahead and unmute yourselves. Hi, Bonnie and Bob. Great to see you. They're good friends from my past. And the question that I have, and I'd love for a couple of you to share if you're willing to, is when was the last time you either sang a lullaby or was sung a lullaby? And I'm curious what described that experience. So Marilyn, was that laughter of recognition? Would you be willing to share?
No, I was just thinking probably the last time was when my grandchildren were little and they're now seniors in high school.
Right.
And what was special about those experiences?
They thought I could sing.
That was the last time someone gave you confidence. We'll work on that, Marilyn.
I sang mine today to my granddaughter,
Who's talking?
Wendy.
Oh, Wendy. Okay, your mouth's not moving, but you're talking. That's fine. Cool.
That's because it's just a picture. I'm not on live video.
That's fine.
Ah.
So today, you have a recent memory. Tell us a little bit more about why that experience matters.
Because it calms her. She's cutting a whole lot of teeth, and she's a little snotty today. So when I was rocking her for her nap, I sang her rockabye, and then I whistle, not really whistle. It's like between a whistle and a hum.
Okay.
Another one immediately after, and then I lay her down, and she's very calm and goes right to sleep. She's just a year old.
Oh,
Nice.
Very sweet.
A year already?
Already. A year and 2 weeks.
Wow.
I'm
Well, it's been 120,000 days since March, so.
that's true.
Anyone else? It can be recent. I love we've had a recent story and one from the past. Any other? Sharon, is that a hand? Go for it.
Yes, it's more from the past, but I sang, lullabies to all three granddaughters. So Lily is the littlest one. So I would say it was maybe a year ago we were still singing together. And
What did you get out of that experience?
you know what? To me, looking into someone's eyes, especially someone that you love, and singing doesn't even matter whether the tune is right, whether your voice is perfect. It's such a beautiful form of love, I think.
That is a beautiful description. And can anybody recall being sung to?
No. Can you recall being sung to? Your mother used to
My
sing.
husband used to sing to me all the time.
Tell me about it.
Ah.
Tell us about it if it's PG.
It was always made up funny songs, and it just, he'd pull them out of the air. He used to do the same things when our children were little. And not that he's got the best voice, but it was lovely.
Well, I think it kind of goes back to what Sharon was describing, that there's a love that's transmitted when someone sings to you. That it has nothing to do with the quality of the voice. It's all about the intentionality behind it. So I want you to keep this in mind, that somehow we stop doing this nighttime ritual of lullabies just at the point when we can no longer remember them as adults, but they're kind of essential to that early development. And, I think I'm going to ask this question later, kind of why do we stop when we do seem to receive something quite holy out of that time? So if you wouldn't mind muting yourselves again. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkiveinu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkiveinu leshalom. Ve'ha'amidenu shomreinu lechayim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Hashkiveinu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkiveinu leshalom. Hashkiveinu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkiveinu leshalom. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. All right. So we're going to try a different poll. She says, unsure. Not this one. Wait a second. Oh, Zoom. Here we go. All right. New poll. Answering the question, this time you only get one answer. I have a difficult time falling asleep. Never. Once a week. 2 to 3 times a week. 4 to 5 times a week. Sleep? What's that?
Is this with or without medicine?
We're getting there. We're getting there, Nina. You saw into my mind. All right, I'm going to assume everyone has answered. All right, I am sharing the results, so I'm going to need somebody to share with us the statistics of sleep in our Zoom. Benji, how did Benji answer the question? Because that has a lot to do with how Rabbi answers the question.
It's not a question of falling asleep, it's staying asleep.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Who can see the results?
I can see them.
Holly, would you mind reading them out?
The most frequently answered at 40% is once a week.
Okay.
And then it's sleep. What's that?
Ooh.
And then never at 20%, and then 2 to 3 times a week at 10%. So it's 40, 30, 20, and 10%. No one said 4 or 5 times a week. So if it was 4 or 5 times a week, I'd say they don't know what sleep is.
Agreed. Okay. Thank you. So in general, sleep is something that sometimes we have a difficult time with. As Nina asked, well, is this, with sleep aids or without sleep aids? And that is an excellent question. So what is a sleep aid? What falls into that category? Unmute yourselves. What falls into the category of sleep aid for you?
Benadryl.
Benadryl? Well, at least it's over the counter.
Glass of wine.
Oh, I didn't have that one on my list. That glass of wine, that's a good one.
That one.
Never had one.
Sharon,
I have one.
go ahead.
Meditation.
Oh, wow, something healthy to fall asleep. Fantastic.
That's what I do.
Nice.
Melatonin.
Yeah.
People use that.
Yeah. Anybody go crazy and buy one of those sleep number beds thinking that's going to fix things? Or
It didn't.
it didn't, right? Or maybe a sound machine.
Right.
I don't know, maybe you did up the extra bedroom nicely and your partner sleeps there and that really helps. There's so many different ways that you can approach this notion of sleep aid. And I was fascinated that the global market for sleep aids and technologies is expected to reach $84.9 billion by 2021. I don't know, with the pandemic, I'm thinking that number is skyrocketing even higher. Pretty sure that number comes pre-pandemic information.
Earplugs also work.
Yeah, that's the route you go before you put your partner into the other bedroom.
Correct.
Let's see. I have an eye mask. That's one of my sleep aids. So I've definitely contributed to this statistic. So what is it about sleep that we require all of these accoutrements to do something that is absolutely the most basic of human needs? And I put this picture up. I don't know if you can tell, but it is a sunset, but it's also a sunset with Monsters, Inc. in the background, because an entire movie was made at Pixar all about the things that go bump in the night that keep you from going to sleep. And clearly, this notion of sleep and interruption of sleep has to be pretty central to who we are if it gets a Pixar movie. That is how I generally judge life's ups and downs, is do they get a Pixar movie? So let's think back. We started with this discussion of the value and the role of lullabies and how they help so much when people are small, typically, to fall asleep. And that I think even for us, they calm us when we sing them. And Sharon, if you're willing, I'd love to hear a little bit more about what you mean. Tell us a little bit more about meditation before bed. What does that mean to you?
Okay, I've been meditating for a very long time. So, especially now, I'm meditating twice a day during the pandemic. When I go into bed, I want my mind to be clear because we've done the best that we can during the day. We should be in the moment, and tomorrow is a new day and a positive day, let's hope. So what I do is I just try to relax every part of my body, starting at the feet, going all the way up to my head. And I concentrate on breathing. And I think one of the best advice that I have ever heard is from Sharon Salzberg, who's also a meditation teacher. And she said, start with one breath, relax, keep your mind quiet, If something comes to your mind, that's okay. You're not doing a bad job. Do the next breath and just continue that. And usually I just fall asleep. I don't even remember, when. I just fall asleep from that technique.
And is it something that you did it the first time and you just fell asleep, or did it take time to kind of nurture that
Yes,
life
it took,
skill?
it definitely took time, because you can be trying to relax your feet, your toes, your knees, and meanwhile in your head you're saying, well, what do I have tomorrow to do, and will I be able to get it? But the more you do it, the more it works. So it's my go-to.
The
for a
same
lot
is
of
true
things.
with wine. The more you drink, the
Yes.
more it works. We all have our ways. We all have our rituals that we go through. So what if, not what if, Judaism has waiting for us evening bedtime prayers that I think do some of the things that Sharon mentioned, and they're free. So it's not something that, works just like that. It's not something that I do on a regular basis, but I present this to you as something to think about. And I think it has to do with this notion of letting go of the worry and focusing on the positive, that you have to acknowledge. And if you remember last week, the whole topic that we had was acknowledgement, that in order to let go of things, you have to acknowledge that they're there. And that is part of this process before bed that our liturgy sets up for us. So from here forward, I'm going to try and create for us a bit of a bedtime ritual. There's going to be music and some words, and I hope that we can try and let the texts that we're singing, that we're listening to, kind of seep in, and consider what it would be like if we gifted ourselves with an evening lullaby, that the calm that it brought to the little ones that we often sing or sang them to, maybe we can bring that to ourselves as well. That why do we need to stop a bedtime ritual before we'll ever remember that someone did it with us? And that hopefully that self-love can be found through treating ourselves with the care and the kindness that we bring to our little ones when we sing them to sleep. Hold on a moment. Changing instruments. Oh, guide my steps and help me find my way. I need your shelter now. Rock me in your arms and guide my steps, and help me make this day a song of praise to you. Rock me in your arms and guide my steps. Ufros Aleinu Sukkot Shelomecha. Ufros Aleinu Sukkot Oh, guide my steps and help me find my way. I need your shelter now. Rock me in your arms and guide my steps. I forgive and pardon anyone who angered me or antagonized me, who sinned against me. May no person be punished because of me. May it be your will, holy and awesome one, that I will not sin again. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in your sight, my rock and my redeemer. Yehiyule ratzon imre fi Begyon libi lefanecha Yehiyule ratzon imre fi Begyon libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri bego ali Adonai tzuri bego ali Yehiyule ratzon imre fi Begyon libi lefanecha Yehiyule ratzon imre fi Begyon libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri bego ali Adonai tzuri bego ali Yehiyule ratzon imre fi Vehegyon libi lefanecha. This next version of Hashkiveinu, I believe, will be familiar from the High Holidays. And if not, you will hear it on this High Holidays. Whomever has the 5611111, go ahead and mute yourself. Oh, my apologies. The fun of different things in different places. Okay, we're going to do this one a cappella now. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים, ופרוס עלינו ובואנו לחיים ושלום מעתה ועד עולם. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. So included in this group of liturgy are a couple of pieces of Torah, one of them being the priestly benediction. Often families will say this blessing upon the heads of their children on a Friday night, or perhaps at the end of a service with arms raised up high in the shape of the Star Trek Live Long and Prosper, which, as it turns out, is one of our holy symbols. He got it from us because he's one of us. Thank you, Leonard Nimoy. We turn to these words of Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May the blessings of the Holy One guard you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May God's face shine upon you and smile upon you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. And may that greatest gift of peace be bestowed upon all of us. So whomever is not muted, please mute. Yivarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom, 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 shalom. And from those words of Torah, we turn to words that we typically end so many services with, Adon Olam. And in the final verse, we get to these words which are within our liturgy for these evening bedtime prayers. Biyado afkidruchi be'eti shan ve'arira. My soul I give to you, my spirit in your care. Draw me near, I shall not fear. Hold me in your hand. That when we sleep, last week we learned it can be a scary time, that we should be held in the safety of God's presence. Hold on one moment. Biyado afkidruchi be'eti shan be'aira ve'imruchi eviati Adonai li velo ira. Ve'imruchi So there's only one prayer left, because the name of these bedtime prayers are more commonly referred to as the bedtime Shema. They're the prayers, the blessings that lead up to saying Shema right before we go to sleep. So I want to take this opportunity to thank you all for your thoughts, your participation, for coming and singing with me and sharing with me. And we're going to take this opportunity to say Shema as our farewell. So we'll sing Shema together, and then it will end. Shema will be our farewell to one another. So if there are any thoughts or questions before we finish with Shema, now would be the opportunity to ask. Nina.
So I have a two-part question. So what's the translation of Hashkiveinu? What does that mean? Is there an English translation to it?
Yeah.
No.
So the English
On the second
translation,
shelf. The shelf. Take them out of the box.
the English translation was towards the beginning, and I might not have made that clear when we came back to this. That we should lie down in peace. Hashkiveinu, lishkov, to lie down, and that we are raised up in life. And then it's that laundry list of things that we want away from us, the things we worry about, and then it comes back to that notion of peace and serenity at the end.
Okay, so the second part of my question, so to me it seems like Hashkiveinu is really like a theme, because all the songs you did in the prayers, they were all different. Are they just derivatives of a standard prayer, or is it like a theme? So I sang a lot of different versions of Hashkiveinu. Some of them are interpretations of the text. Some of them are just different settings of the words of Hashkiveinu. And then appropriately, all of those other texts that were put in with Hashkiveinu as part of the, what I say now is the bedtime Shema, kind of leading up to this moment of Shema, are all different texts that do highlight the same things, because once isn't enough. This is a really, what do we say? It's a $98 billion industry, right? Sleep is really central to our people. We do it for at least 8 hours a night, God willing. It's kind of, it shows up in a lot of our liturgy because there's so much fear around that evening time, and because that is a transitionary moment. So in any kind of transition where you're neither one nor the other, that's when uncertainty happens. It's when we need liturgy to hold us up, because we're not sure what tomorrow is going to bring. And was today a good day or was today a bad day? And did I forget to do my laundry? And oh gosh, I didn't pick up the laundry. Like, it's in those transition moments that I think we end up with a lot of liturgy that really fits, because it leads to worry. Any other thoughts or questions? All right. So we'll stay on this view because I am confident that you know the Shema. So we'll finish with this, and then the Zoom will just end. I thank you very much. A pleasure to pray with you, to sing with you, and learn with you. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod
Lila Tov.
Lila Tov.